Oh, it's easy. I wouldn't fire him. I mean, learn from your own franchise in the 90s when Jordan decided to retire, and that led to the success in their 2 championships. The landscape's going to look different next year. We don't know what KD's going to do. We don't know what Kawhi's going to do. Things are going to flip, just like they flipped this year when LeBron came west. So
you don't know what D'Antoni's going to do?
No, I don't know what the landscape's going to look like in terms of
D'Antoni
competition.
gonna do,
D'Antoni needs 2 things to change. One is defensively, or how they approach the game, and isolation offensively. They need to change that. 2, they just need different results. They need to get out of the Golden State loss in the conference finals or second round. They need to find a way there. But they could be helped and assisted in that by seeing the landscape shift. So keep them as a lame duck, see how that plays out, see what the competition looks like, and then you handle
Lame duck coach.
Yeah. For this situation, yes.
Toronto Raptors, where they've been the last few years prior to this year. They couldn't get past LeBron, couldn't get past Cleveland. Now, boom, LeBron leaves. Yep. Suddenly the gateway opens, and there they are.
Oh, Toronto doesn't have a new coach. This isn't the first-year coach.
No, you're gonna credit this? I mean,
they fired their coach.
I'm just saying. Well, but I wouldn't say that the coaching change was the reason that they are where they are. I would say as much Kawhi Leonard for DeMar DeRozan has a hand in that, and LeBron not being there, Cleveland not being there.
Yeah.
So
Casey
it does change.
Isn't there?
This is my thing.
Yeah. I mean,
that's why I didn't use that example. I knew you was going to come with, you had some ammo on that one, but no.
This is my thing, is when I look at James Harden, has become arguably the best offensive weapon that we know in the game. Mike D'Antoni is responsible.
Stop it. Kevin Durant's still in this league, and I've just heard you call him the best player. It can't be 2 of them, so stop.
Okay. Did I say one of them?
Arguably. Yeah, one of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, come on, Whitlock. Get out the weeds.
He's real semantics right now, but the issue has always been with me with philosophy of Mike D'Antoni. I mean, now you take the analytics aspect of it. You combine that with the guy that Mike D'Antoni that avoids any kind of confrontation, that doesn't correct, I think, the real simple corrections you need defensively philosophy during the course of the season that come back to bite you in a 7-game series against a team like Golden State. When you're better than the team, you can get away with stuff. But when the team you're playing against has just as much talent and is more disciplined, then your flaws are going to show up. And that's what happens with Mike D'Antoni. Right now, Houston is in a precarious situation because if you fire him now, who are you going to get? Okay, is it Jeff Bezdilik? You going to allow him to take over? More of a defensive-minded player, but he's not hitting the analytical stuff that you're looking for offensively. So they're in that in-between state. And I agree with both of you from this standpoint. The landscape may look different.
Right.
Coaches may be more available next year, some more options. So if you make the move right now, you're so late into this season part of it, what good is it going to do?
You're going to go into the season with a coach who's mad at you because he knows you don't really want him there. You've offered him a BS contract. Why go into the season with a lame duck coach? And, Rick, let me ask you this. Remember, there's NBA executives watching it, and you look like you could be an executive, but the stuff coming out of your mouth. No NBA owner listening to you right now would think. Because let me tell you what Rick's game plan is. Well, the West is going to get worse. So we're going to wait for everybody to get worse.
It worked this year for the East.
No, it didn't.
Oh, it
Toronto
didn't?
went out and attacked their problems. They went and got Kawhi, and they changed.
That's in coincidence.
No. That's them getting better. That's them choosing to
get better. Let LeBron still be in the
not
East.
Sitting there going, oh.
Let LeBron still be in the East, and they saw Toronto.
Hopefully the West will get worse, and Mike D'Antoni will be good enough.
That's
not a game plan.
Third highest win percentage in the playoffs, but behind who? The Cavs and the Warriors. You do not say, bye, coach. You say, prove it, coach, and that's a lame duck year for him.
If Chris Paul doesn't have the hamstring a year ago, are we even having this conversation about Mike D'Antoni?
Yes, we are, because that's some BS, and we've seen that proven because Kevin Durant got hurt, and the Warriors still took care of Houston. So don't give me this. If Chris Paul very capable of doing exactly what he did this year in Game 6 or 7 or whatever games he missed last year, that's no guarantee. Chris Paul ain't Isaiah Thomas. He ain't Michael Jordan. Chris Paul got exposed.
This is my point. Mike D'Antoni led them to the best record.
Yep.
They had a Game 7 on their home floor. They played the champions tooth and nail to the end. They lose Chris Paul, and Andre Iguodala comes back. is a special set of circumstances. I can't just look at what they did this year and what happened this year when you changed out the roster, when you didn't have Jeff Bzdelik for half of the season. There were influences. Do some things need to change? Do you need to have a defensive coach on that bench?
Right.
Do you need somebody who's going to provide the confrontation that Mike doesn't? I agree with all that. But if you are going to get rid of Mike D'Antoni, then go ahead and move James Harden too. Because I can't look at the evolution of James Harden and not give Mike D'Antoni credit for that.
The problem is they're sitting around, oh, well, how's this going to affect James? So James likes it when there's no coaching. He can just sit out there and ISO and do whatever the hell he wants. It's a Russell Westbrook situation. This is an older Billy Donovan right now. And Billy Donovan was a hell of a college coach, but he's not much in the NBA where these players have so much power and control. And when you're non-confrontational with these athletes that have millions and $30 million a year contracts that will bully the hell out of you, doesn't work.
The easy part, though, is firing.
Exactly.
I need to know who's coming in, who's going to make it better. If you told me there was a guy sitting out there that would have the answer, then I'm willing to listen, because I do think that
It's Daryl Morey's job to find the answer. That's what they're paying him for. And offering a guy half the money that you say you are, you're already hey, man, we really don't believe in you. And he's pissed off about it and has his agent talking about it. So show me where an angry Mike D'Antoni who didn't win it in Phoenix, didn't win it in New York, and ain't won it in Houston. But let's keep giving him opportunities.
You may have answered your own problem. You just said that a guy is non-confrontational. An angry D'Antoni might give you exactly the sauce you need. On top of the simple understanding of this situation is you're playing through the Jordan years, except it's not one player, it's the dynastic Warriors years. Don't change your team the other 29 because Jordan's there. You got to either find a way to get the steroid, or you got to find a way to just hope.
Agree with me.
Yeah, I just trying to give you a little love. Change it up.
Coming up.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.